everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's reading vlog, we are doing an exciting thing and we are reading all the fall books. So this is a fall themed reading vlog. Now I am so excited because fall is absolutely my very favorite time of the year. I do live in Florida though, so fall is kind of like just a mindset that I have to create for myself, but it's fine. I just love everything autumnal so much. These are some of the books that I would love to get done in this video, or just kind of like books that I want to choose from. So here's my TBR. I'm currently in the middle of reading If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This is very popular, I feel like, especially for the fall because it is a dark academia. So I'm about halfway into this-ish. And then I'm thinking about starting the Harry Potter series because I've never read them before. I don't know if I want to do this as like a whole separate vlog or if I just want to read it. So this is the first one. Then I have A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. This is a romance, and this one I believe is kind of more like rainy fall vibes, but this one she is inside of her favorite romance series town. She's like stuck in a made-up town. So that's this one. And finally we have The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Manthana, and this one I thought would be so perfect to read for this video because it's like spooky witches. I've heard this one is really heartfelt and just very charming, I guess. So I really want to try to get to this one. And yes, so these are the videos that are on my radar. Like I said, I am reading If We Were Villains right now, so let's get into it. Hello and good morning. It's really gloomy here and I've got a warm cup of coffee and it tastes so good. I want to chat about If We Were Villains and give my thoughts and my updates and just chat about this book. So this book is really popular, but if you don't know what it's about, it is, I would say, a mystery drama. It's about 7 students who are Shakespeare actors and they go to like a college specifically for like the arts and stuff. Where we follow our main character Oliver, and he just got out of jail for something that happened 10 years ago, and he's finally telling the truth about what happened between him and these other Shakespeare students. So the book is broken down like a play, so it's different acts and then different scenes instead of chapters, which I think is really fun. The scenes are pretty short. I am 60% through this right now, but I'm not feeling super duper connected. I feel like I've only heard really amazing things about this book, and my roommate recommended it to me, so I had to try it out. And I feel like this is very fall. Like if you are looking at fall recommendations, this one always pops up because it is dark academia, and I definitely get that vibe from this, like prestigious, dark, academic. That's definitely what this book is. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm just not connecting with it a ton. I'm kind of like waiting for more things to happen. Again, I'm only 60% through, so we'll see kind of how I feel with the second half of the book. But yeah, those are my thoughts thus far. Like I said, it's really gloomy and a little bit rainy here, and I hope that it stays this way for the rest of the day so that when I come home from work I can just read and relax and be cozy. Hello friends, I just got done doing my nails, a little fall set, but I'm going to sit in my bed now and continue reading. I didn't read much yesterday, so I can't give a huge update, but I have a little over 100 pages left, so hopefully I can finish it today. I ordered a new reading chair off of Amazon because I really want just like another place to sit, and it just came in, so let's put it together. Okay, so this is what the chair looks like. I think I'm gonna have to move my nightstand to the other side of the bed, or maybe I'll move this somewhere else, but I feel like it's like the best space for my room. I mean, I think it looks squishy because My nightstand is right there. I don't know if it will continue to feel squishy. It's not the cutest thing in the world, but it is comfy and it does hold me. Yeah, I'm just happy to have somewhere else to sit. How can I make this cozier? How can I make my room cozy? And it is already being taken over. Is that cozy? Okay, I feel like this looks pretty cozy. So I'm gonna test it out and read for a while. Good morning, you guys. It is a day later. I didn't vlog anything yesterday, but I did end up finishing If We Were Villains. And I have to be completely honest when I'm giving my review. I am most definitely in the minority. Okay, so please do not let me steer you away from reading this book because I feel like it's me, but I did not like this book. And maybe I'm just not the right person to have been reading this book in the first place. I honestly felt like this book was too smart for me. I just felt dumb when I was reading it, trying to decipher all of the different Shakespeare quotes and everything that was going on. As the amount of Shakespeare that is in this book, it's crazy. It just never stopped. But it eventually got to a point where I was not really like reading the Shakespeare stuff. I was just kind of like glancing it over, skimming it. And then I thought this book was so slow and so boring. I also thought it's a dark academia and I thought it would be a little bit darker. It wasn't. I don't know. I didn't think so. You know, I enjoyed like the beginning of it and end of it, I would say, but the middle was such a drag. There's this underlying mystery that's going on, but I feel like it happened and then we all of a sudden just like stopped talking about it and kind of like stopped thinking about it. I thought this was going to be more of like a mystery than it was. It's really just like snobby kids constantly talking in Shakespeare. But I can definitely respect this book. It just wasn't for me. So this is gonna be a 2 stars for me. And we're gonna set this one aside and move on. Okay, so now I'm trying to decide what book I want to read next. We're gonna grab from our little stack. So here we've got lots of blues and purples. Harry Potter, I do want to read this, but I think I do want to do like a specific reading vlog for this. So then I have A Very Irregular Society of Witches, or I'm never gonna say this title right. A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and then a novel love story. I feel like I haven't heard the best reviews for a novel love story, so I need something that is good and that someone has said is good after reading If We Were Villains. So with that being said, I think we're gonna pick up The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches because I've heard amazing things about this book and it's also very short. I just have to read this in the fall time. I think this is the perfect thing to do next. So this is about a witch named Mika, and she is one of the only witches in Britain, and she has an online account where she pretends to be a witch so that it doesn't come like as a surprise if anyone sees something out of the ordinary. So she thinks that nobody knows, but then someone finds out and they want to bring her to teach 3 young witches how to control their magic. So it sounds very heartwarming and that's exactly what I've heard about it. So let's go ahead and read this book. Good morning. I wanted to give a little bit of an update to my book that I am reading. You guys, I am liking this so much better than my last one. This is The Sweetest Piece of Pie. It's a really cute book so far. I'm about 100 pages in and I think I should be able to read it pretty quickly. It's going by pretty fast. I also went to Barnes yesterday, so I wanted to do a little baby book haul for you too. These are all fall reads. First up, we have The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. I read The X-Hex. No, that's her first book. This is The Kid's Curse. This is the second book in the same universe as The X-Hex. Great fall witchy vibes. Great for October, so I want to read this then. Then I have If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. I don't really know much about this book. I've been seeing people talk about it. It is a romance and it is quite long. It's like 500 pages. The cover looks like Gilmore Girls. I've never seen Gilmore Girls, so I wouldn't actually know, but I think that's what it looks like. I don't know. And then I got A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, which is Sangu Mandana's next book, or at least another book of hers. I don't think it's set in the same world, but I have just been loving her writing style and just the fluffy coziness of it, so I thought I would pick this one up too. So just a little baby book haul to add to my never-ending physical TBR. Good morning. day. And I have been sitting here just sipping my coffee and reading for about the past hour or so. Making my way through this book. I am on page 225. A little under 100 pages left to go. So I think I should be able to finish it today, hopefully. This is just so sweet and so cozy. I want to live inside of this book. I just watched Practical Magic like 2 days ago for the first time, and it's definitely giving that in some ways, but it's just so cute. Like, nothing is really going on, I would say, like plot wise. Like, it's very much a character driven book and not plot, which is fine. I'm having a good time. Usually I'm more plot driven, but I am enjoying myself, and it's found family, a little bit of grumpy sunshine romance. Yeah, but it's just like very sweet and warm and cozy. I think my spot was stolen. Okay, let's chat about this book. This was so darn sweet. The found family, the witchiness, the cozy vibes. This is truly like being wrapped up in a warm hug. That's really all I have to say about it. The characters were so cute. This does have children in the book, and usually I don't like kids in books, but for some reason I didn't mind it in this, and they were kind of funny. I will say that you could definitely get away with reading this one not directly in the fall. You could read this in November and December because it goes through like Christmas time. So it is good for this time of year, but I don't know if I necessarily say that like you have to read it in September or October. It's not super Halloween-y. It's more just like, I wouldn't even say fantasy, like a cozy fantasy, because it's not like super heavy into it, but she is a witch and they are witch children. So like I said, this is definitely more of a character driven book versus a plot driven book. There isn't really a ton that's going on in this, but it's not really a bad thing. And this actually had some surprises and twists and turns that I actually was taken aback by, so that was kind of fun. So I'm gonna give this book 4 stars. Definitely recommend it for this fall season. So cozy, so quick, so cute, and just an enjoyable read. So I think I want to read one more book for this vlog. So now we are tasked with figuring out what that book is gonna be. Okay, I think I know what I want to read next, and that is If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. Because look at the cover. Like, I feel like I can't do a fall vlog and not include this. And I was just looking at TikToks about this book and kind of like figuring out if I wanted to read it, and I've only been hearing good things based on the videos that I've been watching. Am I the only one that feels guilty reading a book that I just bought when I know I have literally over 100 other unread books? Oh well. Okay, I decided against starting If It Makes You Happy. I read the prologue and I'm like, I can't read a 500-page romance book right now. I don't think I'm in the mood for that. So I think I want to kind of round out my books that I've been reading this week by reading a thriller. And I want to make sure I'm reading from my TBR because I've been doing a good job at doing that so far. So I think I'm going to do Listen for the Lie by Amy and Tara. I just need something that's going to move like quick and easy and fast. Okay, and this one is about a girl named Lucy and her best friend Savvy. And everyone thinks that Lucy killed Savvy because she was found in her blood. And now Lucy is married to a dream guy with a big ring and an even bigger home, so it looks like she's all fancy pants. But then a hit podcast, Listen for the Lie, the podcast name, is looking into Savvy's murder case, and so Lucy has to go back and find out the truth. So I think I'm gonna do this just so I have something like quick and just a little bit quicker, because I'm like, I can't do a 500-page romance. I just don't think I can do that right now. And this isn't like inherently fall, but it is a thriller. I don't know, I read them all the time, but I feel like they're especially good for this time of year too. So I'm gonna count it. And then I also wanted to show this shirt that I got. I got this big t-shirt that's a Hot Girls Read. I got this from Ally Rose Co. Alright, let's start this book. Alright, I have read read a little bit more of Listen for the Lie. I am about 60 pages in, so not super far by any means. I just want to say that the main character is kind of annoying. She's kind of a little bit of a pick-me. That's interesting. We'll see how it goes from here. This book also has a podcast element, and I really love when that is in books, so I've been enjoying that aspect. And I also enjoyed that the chapters are really short. Okay, I am 50% through Listen for the Lie, and I am liking it a lot better than I was previously. Right now it's getting so juicy. I still do not like our main character, but it's okay. I would say this is definitely more of a juicy drama thriller versus a spooky, scary thriller. Like, it's more just like juicy, small town gossip kind of. At least it is right now. And it's going by super fast because of how quick the chapters are. I should be able to finish this by tomorrow, I'm hoping. Right, I just got done finishing reading Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera, and this one actually surprised me quite a bit. I ended up enjoying this a lot more than I thought I was going to, especially in the beginning. I was like, ugh, this girl is very much pick me. And you know what? I still think that. I still think the main character was a little annoying, and I didn't really like her personality, but overall the story was really juicy and I liked how it came together. Like I said, the main character was kind of insufferable, but you kind of get used to it as the story goes on. And this one has the shortest chapters ever. Like, the chapters are usually in this like 2 to 4 pages, and it's going back and forth between the main character Lucy and the podcast that's going on with the murder. So I love podcasts in books. This one was no different, and I would highly recommend this one if you are trying to get out of a reading slump because of how short the chapters moved and just how like quick and fast-paced it was and addicting to read. I just wanted to read this and know what was happening and figure things out, and I did really enjoy this. So I'm gonna give this 4 stars to finish out our last book of this reading vlog. Had me a little iffy in the beginning, but ended up being a great read. So these were all the books that we read in today's video, and let's just give some final thought. So If We Were Villains, this is 2 stars for me. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, this is 4 stars. And Listen for the Lie is 4 stars as well. So we got 2 good books and 1 not so great book, but that is okay. I'm very happy with how these books ended up being. And yes, this one wasn't really in the fall vibe. It actually took place in like the heat and in August in Texas, so, but it's fine. We're just gonna ignore that. I really enjoyed having this fall focus on the books that I was reading and got me into the spirit, and definitely got out of my reading slump that I've been in. So that is gonna be it for today's reading vlog. If you've read any of those books, let me know what you thought and your thoughts on them. And if you ever want to see any specific reading vlogs in the future and anything specific, let me know. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.